The statement, happy employees are productive employees. Well, that's not always the case. According to research done by Cherry Ostroff, he states throughout his article that the relationship between satisfaction, attitudes, and performance, an organizational level of analysis, that previous research has consistently shown little relationship between job satisfaction, job attitudes, and performance for individuals. But little work has investigated these relationships at the organizational level of analysis. This study investigated that the relationship between employee satisfaction and other job-related attitudes, commitment, adjustments, and psychological stress. Historically, organizational scholars have emphasized the importance of getting workers to exert extra effort in order to keep an organization viable. Dennis Organ proposed that the job satisfaction is not led to job performance, but is rather influenced by these extra role behaviors categorized as citizenship, which are equally important to an organization's success. He highlighted four major dimensions that form the circumplex model of the organizational citizenship behavior. These are helping, sportsmanship, taking charge, and compliance. Employees must have the desire to continue their membership within the organization based on their underlying goals and values. If a company does not have values that align with the employees, then they will lose their sense of happiness, thus resulting in lower performance. For example, I used to work at Amazon and they had various values that they would preach and say that they practice and they lived by. It was over 50 values. In the 3 years that I was working there, I'd never seen one of these values used and or emphasized when they were going around, asking for feedback from their associates and trying to see what the root cause was or barriers were for their performance since their performance was being impacted. Um, Ideally, now I work at Home Depot and they have 8 values that they live by. These 8 values are something that you see implemented every day, day in and day out. Um, when I first started there, I started as a seasonal associate. I immediately wanted to join the company as a full-time associate due to the fact of the culture that they had built there, taking care of their employees, and also having satisfaction of not only putting their customers first, but also putting their associates first before any profits or anything like that. So I believe that happy employees are not directly influenced by performance. Vice versa, someone can be a hard worker just because they don't want to lose their job. More or less, not doesn't mean that they like their job. It's just they need that job to continue putting food on the plate for their families. Uh, in the end, this does not tie to being successful or being happy. It just ties to whether one does not want to lose their job or not.